Now we're going to move on to Pjotr Prins, who is a professor, associate professor here at University of Tennessee Health Science Center. He'll be giving an update on gene network. What was yours?
So, yeah, I'm gonna speak a bit louder. See, is it better? Yeah, it's like you're in a train station here where you can read the signs, but you cannot hear the announcements. I'm sorry about that. So I'm just going to talk quickly about Gene Network, where we are today and where we're heading. What is Gene Network? You know, what is it to you? It's a web service for researchers. Sorry, Dave. It does easy mapping, you know, tools we commonly use. In fact, we saw a lot of examples the last days. You know, I suspect everybody is showing the same Manhattan plot, but it's coming out of Gene Network. We do correlations, and you know, there's about 2,000 manuscripts today that cite Gene Network in one form or another. Yeah, so it's an important resource to the community. But what is Gene Network really, right? It's a database. It has 25 years of mouse and rat experiments. It has powerful search with Synteny. It does compute on a powerful backend. You know, we have a 20 machine HPC behind it. Each of these has 64 cores and, you know, half a terabyte of RAM. And this is all available to you in principle. We serve the data through REST APIs. We serve metadata through RDF and Sparkle. We can compute through the REST APIs. And it's also a programming platform. Yeah, so people are writing Jupyter, RShiny, and Pluto notebooks, and we can host them. And you can access Gene Network data in them, right? So this allows you to leverage it. You can create essentially your own UI over the Gene Network backend. So what should Gene Network be, from my point of view? An accessible resource for experimental data. Yeah, so we tick that box to some degree. It should have powerful search. We tick that box also. It has some tools for causality. And I'm going to show you a GPT-like query. Where we want to go is that we can translate DNA information on the mouse and the rats into, you know, potential candidates for medicine for treatment. And for this, we could use the NIH NCATS Translator project. That's 200 scientists involved. They have pulled in all the resources, all the databases that are known to man, at least to the NIH, and make it available to us. Yeah, so it could mean that if we start from a SNP or a variant in the mouse or the rat, or even in human, we can get actually to treatments. We want to provide a built-in genome browser with Synteny support. And we should be adding human data sets, you know, and the question is should we only do summary statistics or should we actually host genotypes? And then we also want the data sets in Gene Network to be citable. Yeah, so this means that we attach a DOI and people can have them, you know, add them to the publications and have them made citable. It didn't update, did it? Ah, no. It hung. Let me stop sharing. Share again. My Zoom just crashed. I'm running on Linux, so you know.
Stop and restart.
It's coming. Okay. I think. So it's Zoom on Linux on AD-ROM, and Zoom is running in a container. That's a large stack of things to go wrong. I think actually my AD-ROM broke. Let me continue. See when Zoom comes back up. So one thing we're doing is we're reaching out to communities. So we've written hello, ladies. we've written a community grant with for the NIH with the musculoskeletal disease community, which means that we bring the community to G-Network, right? And the NIH is very open to this because data sharing and running analysis tools is something they've been, they themselves realize they've not provided any solutions, right? We should be there, but we're not. And G-Network actually offers such a solution. Let me try again, because I want to show something. Okay, it's starting up again. So rebranding G-Network, we are adding a rebranded version of G-Network for the MSK community. Yeah, we're also doing that for the aging community. We could be doing it for your community. All right, so if you're interested in creating G-Network as a hosted service for your data and provide analysis tools that you've seen, these 2 days and 3 days, you can approach us and do that. I'm actually on. Yeah, but I want to show something. It's crazy. Okay, I'm back, I think. All right. So I'm just going to show you some work Shelby Darnell has been doing. So we've been adding GPT support. So we've uploaded all the publications that are known to refer to G-Network. So you could ask questions about G-Network. We've also asked we've also uploaded 1,000 publications on diabetes. So we just selected one disease, and the question that I asked to the system is what genes are related to diabetes. So based on these 2,000 documents, these are the answers we get. And rather than GPT hallucinating, that's something that we've seen a lot of in the last year. It actually refers to the publications themselves, right? So for example, this is number 1, a 2018 publication. Yeah, so you can click on the publication, it's a reference from 2018, and it will give you the exact text, that was there. So it's found, a bunch of publications. None of these is related to G-Network as far as I can tell. So I did another query. What is known about diabetes in the BXD mouse, right? So it found the 2001 publication, Genetic Analysis of the New Mouse Models for Non-Insulin Based Dependent Diabetes. Is Rob on there? Maybe. I'd have to check. But also found a recent publication in 2016, which actually refers to the BXD parents. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're unlocking G-Network, because to use G-Network today with all the data that's in it, you have to be an expert. And using this system, you don't have to be an expert. You can post it questions, and it will point you directly into G-Network. Yeah, that's where we're going. So I think this will be a very valuable resource. Where am I? Where am I? All right, so this one, that's where it hook. Hang up. Actually, I'm going to skip this. So where do we want to be? G-Network should be the default go-to platform for model organism data. right? So we're bringing in these different communities. We're also bringing in Arabidopsis. We're bringing in C. elegans. We're going to bring in human. And GN should be translational for researchers working on model organisms. So you can go from mouse to human, right? GN should also be useful for researchers working on human data and want to, find results in model organisms. So if you start from a SNP, you start from a variant, right? And you end up somewhere in the human data space where maybe we even look at treatments already. Also important, gene network should not live in one place. We're currently in Memphis, Tennessee. That's where the servers are hosted in the next building. But we want to be a federated solution. Yeah, so we'll be in other places. We're announcing today the Gene Network leadership team. So Gene Network, so far, many of the choices that were made were coming from Dr. Williams here in the last 25 years, and myself in the last 10 years, and Dr. Sen, who's also here in the last 5 odd years. We want to expand on that because, we are old farts. We don't want to make all the decisions. Yeah, so we have a new leadership team from people with different backgrounds. Rupert is here. Amelie is online. Danny is here. Sorry, is online. Vincenza is here. Shelby is here. Carl is online. I'm here. Shonik is here. And Rob is here. Yeah, so this is the leadership team. We also have a junior team. Yeah, so at Wageningen University, we have Harm Nijveen for Arabidopsis and other plants. Jose Lozano for nematodes and C. elegans. Mark Sterken, C. elegans. Boston for other plants. And then Felix and Joao and Flavia from, last one from UTHC. They're students and they're programming and they're bringing these data sets into Gene Network. As a junior member, we also have Richard Motz. The other thing I'm announcing is a consortium author. So with the HPRC, the Human Pangenome Reference Consortium, they introduced a consortium author to the publication, which means that everybody who contributed to the HPRC became a consortium author member, right? And they could add that to the publication. So we're going to write a publication on Gene Network very soon. And you all will be invited to be a consortium member, so you can add it to your, citations, whatever. I already showed you Shelby's work, so that was a quick peek into the future. And I want to thank the Gene Network team. These are mostly the people I didn't mention. So thank you.